Okay, so now we are going to do hydrotherapy, hot and cold contrasting baths. The reason why we are doing this is we're going to be trying to do this on someone that has diabetic feet. Okay, now diabetic feet, they also need, so like you know, the hot and the cold is to induce the blood circulation. Their problem is circulation. So they don't get circulation to their feet. That's why it's always cold and so forth. The problem is you cannot put it directly into hot water because it can damage their tendons, it can damage their nerve endings, it can damage a lot of stuff in their feet, which will have serious repercussions. So we need to first warm the feet up before we can even start the baths. Now the contrasting baths is hot water, as hot as the person's feet can stand for 3 minutes, and then ice cold water for 30 seconds. Okay? And then you do go back into the hot water, so on for 3 to 6 times. Okay? And then you can do it morning or evening depending on how bad your condition is, or until you feel that there's now proper circulation and healing going on. So how we do this is that we first use olive oil. Okay, olive oil will be used as a carrier. So if we so we will use the olive oil to get the cayenne pepper to stick. Now cayenne pepper, as you know, cayenne pepper, as you know, is a blood adaptogen. So, and it also induces circulation. So if your blood is thick, it will thin it. If your blood is thin, it will coagulate. Okay? But it also helps with circulation. So then, for example, if you had a stroke or whatever, or a heart attack, it's normally because the blood is clogged or it can't pump or whatever, and you need to get the circulation also going. Apart from thinning the blood, we will also use cayenne pepper for circulation. So how we use this on the outside is we will use the carrier oil, which will be your olive oil, and then we will throw just a little bit of cayenne pepper on, because cayenne pepper can sting, and you don't want to also burn their feet. So just a little, and then that will induce heat. You can also use cayenne pepper if you have a cut or something. Then it will coagulate and get the blood to clot quicker, to stop the bleeding. So we're just going to use just a little bit. Okay, so you will put it over the whole sole of the foot, but I'm just going to put it on top because she's not diabetic. But this is just, you know, to show. And then once you have lathered the olive oil on,
It's for diabetic.
yes, this is for diabetic feet. If you don't have diabetic feet and you're sick or whatever, and you just want to get your blood circulation going, you then just use the hot and cold. So just remember, hot and cold contrast hydrotherapy is for any ailment. So you want to use it even if you have a cold, flu, whatever your problem is. You do this because it brings holistic healing, because it gets the blood circulating throughout the body. And then it also pushes all the infection in the body into the lymphatic system. So exercise is important because you want to defy gravity in order to get your lymphatic system flushed out. So that's why women get varicose veins. It's because the veins must carry your deoxygenated blood. So all of that is not moving properly because there isn't proper circulation. So it's not going to the lymphatic system properly, and then it causes varicose veins. And in order to counteract that and to get circulation going properly, because you need to get those toxins out of your body, is doing the contrasting baths and then doing an exercise that defies gravity, either by jumping up and down, preferably on a little trampoline. You are then defying gravity. This helps the deoxygenated blood flush all the toxins into the lymphatic system and helps the lymphatic system drain. Okay, so sometimes a lot of our problems is that our lymphatic system is not being drained sufficiently. Then we get lumps and all kinds of things. Then you can use the castor oil to break down the lump, and then just do the hot and cold and the exercise to flush it out of the system.
Can I add something to that?
Yes.
There is also internal varicose veins. So if you've got symptoms like heavy legs, tired legs, especially nurses gets it because of all the years taxing on your body and on your legs. So the same principle can apply, because there isn't circulation. That is actually worse because you can't see it. You don't have the varicose veins showing. So both are a problem, but the internal ones can be quite.
I normally, in the middle of the night, can like this circulation problem.
It's also tired legs and restless legs.
Yeah.
So,
But because we all had children, the children depleted our vitamins, our calcium, our whatever we need. So we got less. So while we were pregnant, we should have added more. That's why some people eat for 2 or 3. But we don't eat the right stuff for 2.
vitamin intake is very important. But also with swollen feet, what's important is your Himalayan salt. So remember, everything works together. You need to be taking your Himalayan salt with your water all the time, because that will start helping alleviate whatever the problem is already, because you want to work everything out from the inside.
Okay, 2 things. Yesterday morning, my daughter was complaining she don't feel well and whatever. So I said to her, just drink this glass of Himalayan salt. After a few seconds, she said, open up. She said,
Wow, praise God!
And I said, you know what? Now you need to get your liter of water every day with your Himalayan salt.
Here we go.
I mean, she do have 2 kids, and she's very busy because she's working in the church, a successful job. Sometimes they go away and the kids is alone, and they have problems and so. But I mean, living with me, I help, you know. But I think there's sometimes fatigue and overwork or whatever. But I mean, really, the Himalayan salt work.
Saturday, I had a headache when I came from church, so I just took a little bit of
Himalayan salt.
kind pepper. I put it on my tongue. While I was just preparing the stuff, the headache disappeared. I couldn't believe it. While I carried the plates inside to the dining room, it was gone.
Wow.
But when I came from, I felt that the headache was
So a headache is when your artery is expanding. So your artery should be normal, like elastic. But now that's why you get that headache and that migraine, you feel you can't handle it. So you must, I think we must walk with our kind papers. Because if that bursts, it's an aneurysm. Sorry? And away from if it bursts, then we can die because of it's called an aneurysm when it bleeds in the brain and they can't get to it quick enough.
Also, headaches are also caused from, because of the stress in our diet, it puts pressure on the blood vessels and they can sometimes be forced to constrict because of other organs in the body that maybe has got a lot of fat or circulation, whatever is impounding on that. And then you also need to take the kind of pepper to dilate the blood vessels so that more blood can flow through. And so it depends. There's different types of headaches, and
so what I've learned here is, and what I've learned in my trainings is that the body is one. We can't see, okay, my toe is sore. So if your toe is sore,
Something wrong.
the whole body is going to tell you it's affected. You know, because your mood, your this, your that, your tummy, or whatever. So whatever we take is for the whole body.
And that ties in with what the Bible says about the body. Each of us is part of the body. We are all parts, but it's one body. Without the one part, we can't do anything. Without God, we can't do anything. The vine cannot grow without the branches. You know? So we need to be connected to God, and then we need to look after our body, because all our functions work together, like we in the church, all of us work together to form the church. Everything is a holistic concept, and everything is based on God. And
Yes.
Mama asked me, Mama asked me, why's my water so salty? I said to clean and exist inside.
Yes, okay. I also tell my mother not to drink it because she's like this for. Anyway, sometimes I get a pain right here in my arm, no? And then it's really frustrating because you want to walk or whatever, but it's like, you get a high circulation done as a season.
yeah, probably it can be, it depends on exactly where. Is it in the bone?
Bone in
Is
the
it-
bone, yes. On
Okay.
top here.
Then I would say either try to put a castor oil compress on and do the hot and cold to get the blood circulating in the area.
In is ook windstuk.
Everything is, most of our problems deals with the circulation and so on. So, and what is in the blood. So we need to make sure that our blood is as nutritious as possible. That is why our diet is important and why the Himalayan salt is important, to have the proper nutrients for every cellular process, which then becomes a bodily function process, and so on and so on.
So in a liter of water, how much Himalayan salt?
Just a few.
4, because it's 1 crystal per 250 ml. You can take more if you want to, but
But
that's
as you drink more, you will find you will use more salt to taste it actually. Because I'm taking more than that little thing. Because you get used to that glass, then you don't taste the salt so anymore. So I put in 2 now. But if I have a grinder, I grind it and mix.
Teaspoon of the fine one, but it's also to taste.
so now a feet should be, you leave it on for a little while because it should be warming the foot up. Just like with the neck thing, it will warm up the area, because now she took it off because the neck is hot. And that is the point, to get heat to the area, because then that indicates that circulation is happening. So this will now, it should be warming the foot up depending on how much cayenne pepper you put on, but you wait until they say, okay, now they're feeling some heat. It differs with everybody. Everybody's circulation is different. Some people happens quicker than others, some people take very long. So it depends. You just have to wait and see like when their feet starts heating up. Now the reason also why we need to do this is like we explained with the gout and inflammation and arthritis part. The hot will dilate and cause the blood to rush to the area. The cold, ice cold, will constrict, and that will cause the blood to be, the toxins to be squeezed out. It will force the toxins out so that it doesn't stay in the area. Also, if you need to have, it also will help the blood flow and the circulation happen faster. The more you constrict and ease, it also helps. Like the heart pumps, like this, that's the type of process you want to mimic. Okay, so that's what you are doing.
Did you now put on the top of the foot also?
No,
Just the bottom?
just the bottom,
Just the bottom.
the sole, because it's normally just the sole that is cold.
Okay.
So once the sole is warm, the rest of the foot will get warm. It does depend on how cold the person's feet are. You can put it everywhere, but preferably not, because you don't also want to burn their feet, because cayenne pepper has a tendency to have a burning feel or sensation. Yes? Is it tingling? Okay, so she says that she can feel there's a little warmness happening, which is what we want to do. We slowly want to induce heat because we don't want to damage the nerve endings and everything else in the cell. So it needs to be a slow process. Okay, but she doesn't have diabetes, so we're now going to continue. So now you, for example, the foot is now warm. Now it's ready to go into the hot water, but the hot water you need to, the person needs to say, yes, it's hot enough, or it's too hot, then you wait a little more. If it's fine, then you put it in. So then you will put it in, is that too hot? It's fine. Okay. Then you will put both feet in, and you will just throw the water over and do light massaging on the foot just to get the circulation going more. Like the effleurage that I mean that we did with the balm. Slight butterfly strokes up and down, you know, to induce more of the blood to the area. Very slight strokes, not hard. Don't press hard because you don't want to damage anything. So you will do that. Effleurage, slight butterfly strokes. All over the foot. So it's on top and at the bottom. You will do it as well. Can you feel? Yeah. Because you want to get the blood getting to the area. Okay, so then you will leave it in the water. You will do that for 3 minutes. After the 3 minutes, directly in the cold water.
Oh.
Okay, 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds. Back into the hot water. And then the hot water another 3 minutes. So it's like that repetition of repetition. It will be like a shock.
Yeah.
And then you will feel stimulation. And then you will feel like, oh, okay. You know, because that is exciting the area and it's getting that contrasting action happening, so it's getting more blood to the area and pushing out the junk to the lymphatic system. That is the process. So then you will do again the effleurage 3 minutes, and this you can use with all types of problems like plantar fasciitis and other foot problems. Gout, don't do the hot. Only do the cold and the massaging. Okay? Yes. So for varicose veins, you would also do the hot and the cold, and then the exercises, jumping up and down, anything that will cause your body to go up, which is defying gravity. Because you need to defy gravity in order for the lymphatic system to be energized and awakened and do its work properly.
Even if you lay on your back and you put your legs up against the wall.
It helps a little, but you want your whole body away from the ground. That is proper gravity defying. That helps every day a little. But the main concept is to activate your lymphatic system because you want to get everything out of your body. Because disease comes from toxins and things like that.
So for the varicose veins, how often would you do that?
It depends on how bad your varicose veins are. Some people's is very bad, others is not. Your body will tell you. How much you need, how much you don't need. I would say for varicose veins, start off, if it's very bad, start off try doing this 3 times a day. maybe two or three times a week, or twice a day. It depends on you and your schedule, because this also takes time, so you need to work it into your schedule as well. But for health things, you need to make time. And then after the 3 minutes, back into the cold water for 6 seconds, and then back into the hot water and then the effluent.
Kom ze die gaan deel?
Okay, back. So you will feel that you in
Dat is die mijn straf.
you will feel that your body is feeling more energized anyway. Okay, because this will be a revitalizing exercise as well. So you will in essence feel more refreshed also and a little healthier. But the main aim is also to get your immune system stronger. And these contrasting baths, whether it's in a shower or this foot bath or whatever, this also helps build your immune system as well.
Okay.
Because also with the cold, it helps your body's immunity fight, because now it's got a different environment that's suddenly in. Now it needs to come and work against what is happening. So it is exercising basically your immune system to work faster and harder and better.
So how often do you do it? Only when you feel cold, or do you do it
Like I said, it depends on what your situation is. For someone that has diabetic feet, you want to do it as much as possible, because their problem is they don't have circulation.
So it doesn't mean just when you feel cold, you can do it.
I think
That's
what you
the
want to
thing.
know, she
That's
doesn't
what
have the problematic feet, but can she do it as a preventative?
Yes. Because like I said, this is not only for diabetic feet, it's for your health in general and whatever other
You
problem
can
you
do it how many times a day, whenever you want.
Okay, great. So you feel more energized.
The hot and cold shower every day you can
And in essence, that is, you can feel you getting strong and healthy just by being energized. You feel like, oh, I have a new zest for life, you know? It really has that effect.
Not more in the shower.
Okay, so that is it. Thank you.